fear and being afraid. I don't think there's anybody on this planet who doesn't feel fear at any point in their lives. I know I have, whether it's real physical fear, when confronting bullies when I was younger, or moving into other types of fear when you feel that you have to step out in the world to be who you really are, to show up. And sometimes I can feel that fear so big that we just shrink away because we just don't like the feeling. Other people pretend they're okay. They will avoid the fear at all cost by doing things or saying that they're not bothered about this, they're not bothered about that, when in reality it's all just bluster. In self-protection, what I teach, it's called ballooning and posturing, pretending you are braver than you are, to then hopefully ward off the physical antagonist in that respect, or to pretend everything's okay and cool. But here's the thing, ballooning and posturing doesn't move you any further forwards to where you want to be. The thing is, all the gold is in the thing with fear. And what I mean by that is we can't run away, we can't turn away from fear if we want to change, if we desire to have a different outcome. We have to turn inside, we have to have that courage. And remember, courage isn't being fearless. Courage is acting in spite of feeling fear. Once you know that, then you can take charge and start moving forwards. The problem is that most people think and act too small. They feel like they're not achieving success in areas of their lives, but it's because they're not really doing anything. They're in their own little corner. They're not showing up in the world. They're not saying, look, here I am. And this is who I am. They're too afraid of that judgment. Too afraid of what people might say. Too afraid of other people's opinions of them over their own opinions of themselves. That's where the conflict lies. So how do you go beyond this? Well, by turning in and taking little steps at a time, you will build courage, because there's no growth in comfort. The only way to move forwards is to challenge these societal norms, these social mores, this conditioning where everyone tells you that things are too hard, or who are you to do that? You're from here, you can't do this, you can't do that. The first thing to do is to wake up and realize that you are not your thoughts, you are not these people's opinions. You can have your own opinions, your own thoughts. You can create and change and act and choose to respond in a completely different manner. Because we get to choose to respond at any moment. We don't have to have permission from anybody else. We don't have to follow the same rules, because we can make our own rules as long as we take the steps, as long as we grow our courage, as long as we start showing up and proving to ourselves that it's okay, and realizing that courage comes from these little things, moving over and over to challenge the stories, challenge the opinions, and never look for a permission from anybody to be who you are.